Off they go, bags in tow. Matt and Chrissy hit the road. Maps unfold, stories told. Adventures never getting old. Matt and Chrissy roam so free through the city, past the sea, finding joy in every mile.
G'day, it's Matty from Couple of Cities again, and today we are moving on to putting the vinyl down on the steps. So I've already gone to the trouble of measuring all these fiddly little jigsaw puzzle pieces out. I'll give you a quick look at what we've got. So down here we've got the pieces that are cut to fit to be able to go straight into that section there. And we've got these pieces here that are cut to fit to go into the front box. And then the last pieces down the back to go into the middle box. We've already primed the surfaces for those two hatches, and I've got our little fuel inspection hatch, bit of laminate to go over the top of that. So that should look nice once it's in there. So I'm going to get stuck into it while we've still got a bit of warmth, because it's unpredictable, even in Brisbane. So let's get this glue down. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that's come out so far. There's a couple of other little bits of trim that I've put along the edges there. Get to that later. So I'm just going to leave the van to sit for a couple of hours. They can cure. I'll cut back in about an hour and give it another roll. All up. Pretty happy with how that's come out. Again, first time laying this sort of stuff. Second if you count the floor that was done. So, yeah, we will see how this comes up and G'day guys, well we are back. I'll tell you what, staggering this across afternoons and evenings and working until I'm running out of light is proving to take a little bit longer than what I would hope. So it's now Saturday and yeah, this is good. I've got a solid 2 days to get stuck into what's going on with the van here. So a bit of an update on where we're at. We have got the vinyl down, the hatches. Yesterday I spent some time working on cutting in the hatches and making sure the vinyl was matched for it. So when that goes back down, that just lines up nicely. But you can see there's a bit of trimming and cleaning up I need to do on the edges there. And decided to go for the tread strip stuff that normally goes on floor surfaces when you're shifting from tiles to carpet or vinyl to carpet as a runner to go around the edges. So I'm going to clean up this, and the timber's all nice and square. There's a variance of about 7mm between the edge from one side to the box that it's recessing into and the edge on the other side. So it gives us 3.5mm variance all the way around, which is just enough for, where's the lens? There we go. So that little tongue there, that, when I cut this, should mean that it sits nicely against the timber there, and we'll be able to fix that to the cover, and then that way we'll have a nice soft trim all the way around. So no metal edges, nothing to worry about being fed and scratched up or cut in. So that's part of today's project. And then the other thing that I need to deal with today is also tidying up the entry step here. I'll give you a quick view as to what's going on. Previously I have been flipping the camera view around on the phone, but the problem with that is in post-production, I'll tell you what, it's a nightmare. There's a misalignment with the audio and the video, so I'm not going to do that anymore. It's just too painful. So let's have a look at this. So you can see here what we've done is we used some marine ply on the face there, and then I've just glued the vinyl down. Now that vinyl does need to get trimmed back because the edge of the marine ply is probably about there as a slit. So given that's had 24 hours to sit, I'm going to cut that back so it's a nice smooth finish. This one I've already done, so you can see that runs along nicely. Just going to clean up the top there. And then what we're going to do on this face on that corner, and on this face, and it'll continue all the way along the edge there. We'll be using this aluminium trim here, which has got a nice groove pattern and a flat side. So that'll go along there. And then I'll be putting the original strip down on here. So the original thread strip guard will go across there. And then there's the piece that recesses and follows the contour across there. Once this piece goes in, I will need to actually trim this angle back because that sits back by about another 10 millimeters. Now that I've added the marine ply along the face and the vinyl, and you can see I've followed it as much as I can. There probably wasn't quite enough flex in the marine ply to be able to get hard up against the face. It has sort of pushed away there. It's stable. It's not going to be something that has any kind of structural need. So once the curved version of this goes down on me, it'll act as a guard to just protect that. So I don't see that as being any particular issue. I'll backfill that with a bit of silicone just to give it a little bit more, adhesion and support, but it doesn't really need it because there's 3 or 4 screws in that footprint that hold it in place, which structurally it's not going anywhere, and it won't be carrying any direct weight either. So that'll be fine. I'm going to get stuck into it, and yeah, if you want to watch me work in fast forward hyperlapse, whatever you call it, go for it. That's what's coming next.